Absolutely. I think this opinion, this court, these three judges are certainly among the best judges in Missouri, and we knew that when we drew them as a panel. This is just an outstanding panel that knows and has been involved in other exonerations in Missouri. They absolutely know what the law is, and I can't imagine that this would be overturned by the Missouri Supreme Court. And I've been talking to Missouri attorneys all day as we drove over here, and people felt that this opinion is bulletproof.
Will this case in any way set a precedent for future cases like this?
Absolutely. This case will be, for years, I think, the leading case in Missouri on habeas law. This absolutely is that well crafted that it will be the leading case in many different aspects, but definitely.
What does this case say when you have a case where just based on a statement made by someone with no physical evidence, they can be locked up and tried?
Well, remember though that you have two witnesses who lied, and you have one witness who said they committed the murder with Ryan, and you have another witness that placed Ryan there. And so the jury's sitting there, they're not thinking they're listening to perjured testimony, they think they're listening to the truth. So I don't think it was surprising that there was a conviction because of the testimony itself. What no one knew was all the evidence that was concealed and that these two witnesses were lying. So that's what's taken so long to unravel.
What was your advice to Ryan today when you saw him?
I think when we parted, that the message that Doug Johnson and I conveyed to him was that we'll never stop fighting for him, and that we're going to walk out the door of that prison with him, and we're going to do it sooner rather than later, and our goal is to have him sitting at the Thanksgiving table with these three people. So there's no ends to which, we won't go to get him out. We are going to do everything possible. And there are hundreds of thousands of people in the country following this case, probably millions. So if the Italian government can let Amanda Knox go, even though her confession was coerced, surely a young man who's done nothing but protest his innocence when there is no evidence, her DNA is on the knife they think was the murder weapon. Surely in America, someone like that should be set free. This cannot be American justice, and it's not going to be. And I think the court told us that today. So.
Do you think the case would have reached this point if it had gotten the amount of publicity that it did?
I do, because I think that once all the evidence started being dismantled, and that started way back at the 2915 hearing, the court went all the way back and reviewed all the evidence in the case. Yeah, I mean, we've had other cases that haven't gotten nearly this much publicity, but the right thing has still happened. The way it's happened for most of our cases is ultimately the prosecution says, Uncle.
Your family, how has your family changed?
It hasn't changed at all. We're just, if anything, we're closer. Well, we do have a new member. We have Micah now. But other than that, pretty much the same. We're a very close family. And you can see we all support each other, and we will fight for each other to the bitter end, just like any of you other parents would do for your children. So we're not any different than any other set of parents. We just happen to be the ones in this particular situation. But I would encourage parents to always stay involved with their children and to always defend them, always protect them, and always listen to them. And that's the message we'd like to send.
After this point, will you take any other actions to help any other families who might be in the same situation?
Yeah, I could think of one right now, and his name would be Charles Erickson. He's not guilty. He didn't do anything wrong. He was manipulated and coerced into giving false testimony. He was led to believe that he could be executed if he didn't participate with the prosecution, and he's innocent. He has no idea. He was blacked out that night. He has no idea what happened. and he just filled in the spaces. So, yeah, we're going to try to help exonerate him. He needs to be exonerated. And the second thing we want to do is find out who the true perpetrators of this crime happens to be. And I'm so glad you asked that question. You probably didn't ask that question, did you? But